my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a baby. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. And who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad bad. You too. Dripping my swag.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Allen to throw once more. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Detroit!
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone!
And again, it's Allen. He can touchdown Bears. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Pope. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 49 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. DeMarcus Walker in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
All right, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Over! Watching that, Barney!
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Watching that, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards.
Watch it now, Barney.
To the air, Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen again. And that will be incomplete as well. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They run it with Pope. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen off the play fake. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball. Net bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And some room to roam now. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had
blitz coming, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes a really good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Gone!
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he is going to Get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On second down, here's Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to wind up and air it out. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 51 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Sharks got it, left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
Operating from the gun. Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. On play action, Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
The current formula is not working right now. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. Over the middle. Hauled in by Sharp. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. A good pickup there, 22. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener.